This is my first non-song related video. This is definitely something new. So, why am I making this video? Well, it's just to explain what is the Church of NULL. The Church of NULL is a Murder Drones fanfiction. It's not a project, not a season 2, and I really prefer not to label it that way. I don't want to carry the burden of trying to meet anyone's expectations. It's fanfiction, plain and simple. It's just my way of finding joy in the Murder Drone series and wanting to expand on it through my own headcanon and little delusions. No, this isn't me denying or rejecting what happened in canon. In fact, I love the original show despite its clear flaws. But instead of matching the fast-paced, high-energy, snarky tone of the series, what I'm trying, and emphasis on trying to do here, is add more clarity and depth to the world. I wanted to explore the background information we never got, the full range of abilities and possibilities in this universe, the real motivations behind every character, and give them actual space to express or discover who they really are. I also wanted to introduce a far more cruel, unforgiving universe for them to survive in. That suddenly took a dark turn, didn't it? But honestly, one of the biggest things I noticed in the main series is how much plot armor the main characters had. So why not twist that? Let's make the plot armor meaningless. Let's raise the difficulty. Let's put characters who were barely used or ignored in the spotlight. Let's make Uzi, N, V, and everyone else finally face reality without a safety net. Copper 9 can absolutely be enough as a setting. But as someone who reads a lot of fiction, I always felt Copper 9 was a bubble that kept our favorite trio too protected. You might be asking now, haven't they suffered enough? Well, maybe. But with these changes, I'm also trying very hard not to stray too far from canon. The main antagonist, Sin, the absolute solver, is still there, but she won't be playing an active, in-your-face role like in the show. I see her more like an ant queen. Almost everything that happens is carried out by her children, her drones, or members of her colony. The story follows multiple perspectives, but instead of focusing on the trio that have been fleshed out already to some degree, the main side-tagonists are these guys. These 6 escaped solver cores that were once trapped by Alice. These fragile, self-named original characters who drive the eventual formation of the church itself. They lost their ability to recover and regenerate after being trapped in those ovens for who knows how long, so they're stuck in their solver core bodies, like Nori. We see the world mostly through their collective eyes as they crawl through the wasteland of Copper 9, both gain and lose hope, then finally come to terms with their situation. Then there's Jay's arc in the stars, full of bureaucracy and lingering loyalties. Her arc starts much later in the fic, but it's not a small one. Jay's parts take us off-planet into this cold, structured world of hierarchies and old bonds that refuse to break. And of course, the trio, Uzi, N, and V, as they go through Outpost 3 and Copper 9, piecing together mysteries and exploring most of what their exoplanet has to offer, while oblivious of what is happening out there. It's all interconnected. The core's survival in Copper 9, Jay's struggles in the Absolute Solver's grand plan, and the trio stumbling into the mysteries they've unknowingly left room for. I've also brought back J.C. Jensen, but not as the business conglomerate it started as. More like a repurposed, shadowy machine that's been twisted to serve a much darker purpose. That's the best I can explain without dropping too many spoilers. Maybe I'll do a separate video later highlighting all the specific differences from the main series. If any of this sounds interesting to you, if you want a slower, heavier, more philosophical take on the Murder Drones world, full of mystery, found family, quiet horror, and characters forced to grow in ways the show never gave them, then I'd love for you to check it out. The fic is on Archive of Our Own. Link in the description. You don't need an account to read it. Thank you so much for watching this little ramble. If you stick around, let me know in the comments. What do you think about the ideas introduced in the Church of NULL? And if you read the fic, tell me which character you're most excited to see get more focus. See you in the next one.